Welcome to this week's Supply Chain Update, brought to you by Phoenix International. Let's start with market conditions. Trans-Pacific demand remains strong, but a recent booking slowdown has pressured West Coast rates, causing the June 15th GRI to be withdrawn. Meanwhile, East and Gulf Coast rates remain steady, with GRIs and PSS still in effect. Over on the Far East westbound trade, demand is peaking with vessels fully booked and bookings rising ahead of July exports, pushing rates even higher. For the transatlantic westbound, rates are stable, but uneven recovery has led carriers to delay PSS to July, especially on East Mediterranean routes. Now let's take a look at operational updates. Asia's ports are running smoothly with no major delays or equipment issues. However, in Europe, congestion at Rotterdam and Hamburg is intensifying due to labor shortages and vessel bunching, causing berthing delays of up to a week. Inland Europe continues to face container shortages, particularly in Austria, Switzerland, Hungary, and Slovakia, though coastal ports remain stable. Turning to capacity management, Trans-Pacific eastbound carriers are increasing space through extra loaders, with capacity expected to surpass standard levels by next week. Blank sailings are dropping to just 5% by week 26. Far East westbound capacity remains extremely tight, with high utilization, frequent rollovers, and ongoing space constraints. On the transatlantic westbound, service reliability is still impacted by congestion and reduced frequency to Eastern Mediterranean. President Trump has announced a tentative tariff agreement with China that could raise duties on Chinese imports to 55%, combining multiple tariff layers. The proposal is pending approval from both governments. Meanwhile, a 10% reciprocal tariff remains active for most countries, and legal proceedings surrounding IEEPA tariffs are set to continue through the summer. Tropical storm Wu-Tip is approaching the Guangdong-Guangxi coastline after impacting Hainan Island. Yantian Port in Shenzhen temporarily paused empty container pickups, but expects normal operations to resume later on June 14. Widespread port disruption is not anticipated. Following Israeli strikes on Iranian leadership, shipping risks are growing in the Strait of Hormuz, while commercial traffic is currently unaffected. Any escalation could disrupt Gulf region transshipment routes, leading to rerouting and higher rates. Domestic freight demand in the U.S. remains soft, with May shipments down 4% year over year. Despite some industry optimism, trucking and intermodal rates have yet to rebound, reflecting broader market hesitancy. And that concludes our update on the global supply chain. Thank you for joining us. We will continue to monitor these developments and keep you informed. You can follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube for more supply chain related updates.